You know, recently I've been back in one of those spaces where I just don't feel myself. I feel like my creative ability is just almost non-existent. My life force, my life essence feels very weak right now, and I'm just not showing up to my life in the way that I want to. I don't feel like I'm grateful enough for the things that are around me. I don't feel like I'm living the full kind of expression of who I know I can be. And like I fall into these places sometimes and they can be quite hard to come out of. I just feel under-resourced and burnt out. And I've learned in these moments what I really need. I could be a different human in 24 hours time, which maybe sounds slightly over dramatic, but whenever I'm in these spaces, I know I need to go and sleep on the land for a night. That's quite an uncomfortable thing to do. You know, especially this time of year, it's cold, the nights are long. So I think I know what I need to do. I'm feeling a lot of resistance to doing it. I had a vision the other day. I was with a group of people and we were in a community space and we did a guided meditation. And the image that landed in my mind was I need to go to this particular spot, that I haven't been to for a while. A spot that I'm actually quite scared of. I carry a lot of fear around going to this place for some reason. And I need to take a flower to the ocean there as an offering for some reason, and I don't know why. So I think if I'm going to go and spend a night on the land, that's where I need to go. So let's start packing. It's scary going off by yourself in the winter, in the night. I'm actually really scared of the dark and scared of being by myself. My mind's coming up with all of these things, all these reasons why I shouldn't go. But I also know that if I want to be part of the modern world and I want to move through the modern world with integrity, then I need to consistently reclaim my connection with the earth, with the dark. And the reason I say that's what I need to do is because I know the version of me that comes back, even if I have an awful time, even if it's hard, or even if I get cold or whatever it is. I know there's a version of me that comes home whenever I do that. That feels clean. It's like, not like pure, but clean. Like I've connected back to something. Come on then, let's go. Turning on Do Not Disturb right now. Here we are. Do Not Disturb is on, and I'm gonna not turn that off until I get home tomorrow. It's so beautiful. All the blossoms started coming out. It's so fun once the blossom starts coming out. I just love it so much. Definitely overdressed so far. This morning was absolutely freezing, but now it's so warm and I'm wearing full hunting wool, Swedish hunting wool, and it's absolutely boiling. It's so hard at this time of year to know how to dress for the weather. Like the middle of the day is warm like summer and spring, but the mornings and the evenings are so cold still, full frost this morning. So I've kind of dressed for an evening by the fire. Super tight through this bit. This pool just looks so inviting. Of course he's getting in. Literally can't get him out of the water, this dog. And there's 3 reasons why I want to do this little mission out. The first of which we went over already. Just really craving that mental clarity and seeking some remedy for burnout. And this is the best remedy, the best and quickest remedy that I've found for burnout. And it can feel so tricky to give myself permission and give myself the time to go and take the 24 hours out to reset, reconnect back with dark, reconnect back with earth, with fire, with water. And if I don't do it, I just continue on this downward trajectory into just spreading myself thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner. I'm going to collect some plants along the walk for my dinner, or to go with my dinner. And there's a beautiful patch of nettles here. I'm going to take some of their lovely tops. Thank you, nettles. You can either drink these in tea
or I can fry them into my dinner. I brought my little side foraging pouch, not porridging pouch, foraging pouch, and I'm going to be gathering all my things up in here. It's amazing how some nettles are stingier than others. I don't know what that's about. These ones even look stingy, look feisty. And there's an absolutely wonderful patch of primroses right here as well, just up the way from the nettles. This is like the last bit of there's some kind of blackthorn around here. The stuff the blossom was on hasn't started to bloom through here. If this is blackthorn, I don't 100% know. But this is the last bit where there's like these kind of woodland plants. It won't be long till I'm just full on expansive coastline. And then I'm going to be into a different set of plants, you know, Alexander's, sea beet, sea campion, maybe not this time of year. But anyway, if I don't get these now, that'll be it for the rest of the walk, I think. We got a kestrel up here, just up there. Kestrels are my absolute favourite. Look how amazing they are at just hovering. There's quite strong wind here, like, I don't know, 20 miles an hour. I love kestrels so much. I've got a kestrel tattoo on my arm. It's a story for another day. I mean, I see kestrels all the time, but every time I do, I get so excited. Look at him go, or her go. It looks like, I reckon they're hunting for some small rodents. You can see if I can get a bit closer. We'll probably see a couple of kestrels on this walk, but you can't always guarantee it, so I feel very blessed to have seen one. We might even see peregrine. I've seen peregrines on this walk as well, and choughs. There's all sorts. This is like the best bird and plant walk you can do. Just like sublime. Look at the state of it. Wow. How does it do that, man? Kestrels are fairly common though, so they're one of the birds of prey to really look out for. Kestrels and buzzards. If you've never gone out looking for birds of prey, they're the two I'd recommend looking for. Birds of prey have a funny way of finding you though when you need to see them. And we've even got a little sealy boy on our hands. There's a seal around the corner as well. You probably can't quite see it on there, but I'm going to film it on my phone as well. There he is, got him. It's quite far away, but they're just doing this little bobbing thing. They kind of look like a turd or a lemon maybe. Like a slightly round but also slightly pointy object vertically bobbing. I always think they look ridiculous, but also very sweet. Absolutely loads of wildlife on this walk. We're doing well. Skylark. There's loads of skylarks in this field as well. Skylark, skylark. Ernest, there's just so many skylarks. Don't you understand? Wow. Come on in. You might even be able to hear the skylarks on my little microphone. Seal the deal. It is the perfect viewing platform for one of my favourite ever birds. The fulmar are an amazing bird. They are like mini albatrosses. They're like the northern hemisphere's version of an albatross, and they fly with like really stiff wings. They fly like this. Other like seagulls or other gulls, you can see their wings like really flapping, but fulmar are like, they're all just completely chilling, just having cuddles, just cuddling up on the rock. How are you, Ernest? How's it going? Are you bringing me tufts of grass like this one? You just live for the tufts. Should we keep going then? Come on. Oh, this has turned into a full wildlife tour. That's a piece of elder, Ernest. You've got an elder stick. The elder mother won't be happy with you playing with her sticks in such a way. Have you considered the elder mother, the old hag? How would you feel about you playing with her limbs like this? Or do you get away with it because you're a dog? That's what I thought. I don't really want it right now because I'm going to start talking about pennywort again. I talk about pennywort in every video it seems, but I'm going to talk about pennywort again because they're great. And I'm boiling hot right now. I've worn far too much wool. Wool socks, wool underwear, wool top, wool trousers, wool jumper, well, wool anorak. Full wool, full woolen jacket. But instead of drinking my water, I'm going to go straight to eating some pennywort because they hold so much water. But these look fairly old. No, they're good. They're actually quite salty, but I'm going to take some of these for my dinner as well. You know, there are some animals out there, apparently, that barely need to drink water because they eat so much vegetation, and all of their water content pretty much comes from the plants they're eating. Yeah, I think the sea air is making them quite salty. I'm going to drink some water as well. There's also another wonderful plant here, sea beet. And I think it's the ancestor of things like spinach, chard, beetroot, that kind of vibe. It's like a slightly waxy feeling thing, but it can be eaten raw or cooked down. I'm gonna add it into my dinner later. My plan is that my dinner is gonna be 100% wild, but I've also got some backup. I've got a backup steak, all right? What are you gonna do about it? I'm gonna cook my steak on the fire as a backup. Probably as well, let's be real. I'm probably gonna have 2 dinners. That's just the way it goes. There's all these like amazingly spindly elder trees here. Let's go. And here's the second reason why I wanted to do this walk. Because he's 4 now, and when I first got him, I just could walk him all the time, and he gets the same amount of walks now, but he just used to get way longer walks. He's just at like the peak of his strength and the peak of his, like, you know, playfulness, and he just constantly wants to move, and I can't tire him out. Since I've had to take on more responsibilities and more things, and I'm spread a little bit thinner, my relationship with him gets quite strained, and I can't meet his needs in quite the way I used to, which is really sad. You know, he has to live in a domesticated world like all of us, and his kind of most natural and primal needs kind of aren't met living in a town. And he's half collie. His mum was a collie, his dad was a lab spaniel, and he's just got so much energy, and I just struggle to tire him out so much. You know, if I do a walk like this where we walk for like 4 hours in one go, I'm finally starting to get in the ballpark of amount of time that actually tires him out, you know. But just a couple of hour walks a day, or like an hour walk and a half an hour walk a day, just doesn't cut it. He's still just bouncing off the walls at home, and because of that, it means our relationship has been a bit strained recently. He wants to go out and play more and do stuff I kind of can't, and then he gets a bit more frustrated around the house, and I get a bit frustrated at him, and it just tests our relationship. So Ernest is reason number 2. Come on then, should we keep going? Come on. It's actually really warm. It's 20 to 4. There's a little cafe there. I think it's time for a pint. Right, it's so much colder suddenly. The wind's really picked up. Maybe just because I sat down and I've cooled off, but it's so much colder. Let's keep going then. We've got about an hour left of this walk. Still yet to talk about reason 3 why I'm on this walk. I did mention it very briefly earlier, but so after about 3.5 hours of non-stop walking, well, I mean, we've stopped a couple of times, but you know what I mean. We started at 1 o'clock, it's 4:30 now. Ernest, the dog, is finally starting to show signs of being slightly tired. He's like not running 100 laps around me constantly. And yeah, This is the level of walking he needs to properly be tired. And that's quite an intense amount of walking. It's almost like walking has to become your job if you've got a collie, or at least sheep. He needs sheep. How are you, Ernest? You found another nice stick. That one's gorse. Just when I thought he was really tired. It's time for more sticks, apparently. Just starting to get to that point with walking now where my legs are pretty tired, but we don't have long left. I can see where I'm going to sleep tonight. I'm going there, just down over there. I've just come round this bend and the wind has just dropped. The wind's coming from behind me, and just round this bend it's so tranquil in this corner of this bay, apart from him pulling up the tufts of grass. That's his favourite thing. I don't want your tufts. I don't want your tufts. No. No, shall we just lie down for a bit? Oh, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. I just got to show you what the ocean looks like. Just perfectly flat blue water. So clear, it's the clearest it's been for ages. It's like the winter storms are finally starting to subside and that turquoise summer blue is starting to make a comeback. What an absolute blessing. Beautiful time to be alive. This is the point in the walk where I'm really glad to be wearing natural materials. They feel a bit bulky when I start out, but by this point when I'm quite sweaty and I'm going between being really warm to really cold to really warm, the breathability of the natural materials and the fact that they just don't feel sticky on my skin, it just feels so beautiful. Wool is my favourite thing at the moment. Just come across a beautiful, beautiful plant. This is a type of mallow, tree mallow. It's edible. I'm not going to eat any now, but it's so velvety. It feels so nice on the skin. I think it's what marshmallows were made. It's like mallow, M-A-L-L-O-W, like marshmallow, like the sweet. If you snap a little bit off, thank you. It's for educational purposes. And you mash it up in your fingers. It goes really mucusy. It's got like a gelatinous kind of ness to it. And it's really good for, like, if you wanted to thicken soups, but not use like animal products like gelatin. You can put a few leaves of this in your like stock or curry or something, and then you just take the leaf out afterwards, but it leaves this like gelatinous residue. Beautiful plant. This is tree mallow. There's another one called common mallow, and they're similar, but this one's bigger. Dude, I don't want it. I don't want the stick. I just don't. Couple more minutes, then we're at camp. Come on. Just here is a couple of my favourite birds. I'm trying not to spook them. We've got a male and a female stone chat, and they're called a stone chat because the way they sound, it sounds like a bag of stones. Like if you were to fill a little bag up with stones and shake it around. The male one is so beautiful. I'm going to film it on my phone. He's got such a beautiful colour on his front. And he goes, oh, wow. There's a female one knocking about as well somewhere. I love these birds. They're so good at like finding the best perching spot and like kind of basking in the sun. Now that is just the spot where he's sat right now. Out of the wind, in the sun, highest spot, best vantage point. They're always just sat in the most picturesque places. I love them. They're so sweet as well. They're kind of like slightly fat. They're like the face of the coast path to me, you know. And this is the third reason why I wanted to come here today. I was in a group guided meditation the other day. Afterwards we were asked to speak about what came up for us in the meditation. The image that was in my head was to come to this exact beach and offer flowers to the water. It was a picture of me in my head doing that in the evening, almost on dark, bringing flowers to the water. So I've been slowly collecting flowers as we've gone. You saw me collect the primrose flowers. I've got a dandelion in my pocket. There's a beautiful daisy here. And I'm going to take my collection of flowers to the ocean here. I don't know why I need to do that. I don't ask questions like that. I've never done this before, but I'm doubling up on my mats for extra warmth. I've had so many cold nights out sleeping, and I just want a warm one. He's got a dodgy paw because he plays sticks too hard. He lives and dies for the stick, and now he has a bad paw. You see? You got to be taking it easy, man. You got to take it easy. Oh, you're such a good boy. Such a beautiful evening. It couldn't be better. I can't believe this is March. I need to go and find some wood. Firewood is the next mission. There's actually really not that much wood about. The last few times I've been here, there's been so much driftwood. And there's a few sticks knocking around, but it's not like it was last time. I'm glad I brought the extra warm layers now. Oh, he's got a good one, look. He's found one. This is where his skills really come in handy. He's just the stick guy. Finally, your stick skills are coming in handy. Come on, find me some more sticks. Go and find another one. Hooray. We got something. Got a few sticks, a few bits, but we need some more. Yeah, that's it, Ernest. That's it. Yeah, bring that one. So these are my three little offerings: primrose, dandelion, daisy. I think it's time to take them to the water and make my prayers. If you've never prayed before, or you've never given offerings, when in doubt, just say thank you. Just give thanks. Give thanks to the earth, to the ocean, to fire. Keep it simple. Start there. Whoa, I'm pretty cold now. I need to get this fire back up. So in here is that pemmican that I made a few videos back, and the pemmican is largely made of deer fat, and I'm going to fry some of this down and cook my steak in it. What are we crying about? What's going on? You're just a really hungry boy. We've been out all day, haven't we, to be fair? He's just a very hungry boy. Okay, are you ready? Okay, take it and then go and lie down, please. Thank you. Have you eaten it already? You're about to throw it up, aren't you? You're about to... Don't throw it up on me. Don't throw it up on me. You just throw it up. Just chew it. Chew it. Just chew it. Are you going to throw it up again? No, don't throw it up on me. Lie down. Go slow. Good boy. With this stuff. I might be quite naive to think that this is all going to melt down, but may as well give it a go. It sounds like it. It's making some noise. My toes are so cold. Oh. So one of the amazing things about pemmican is that you don't have to eat it like raw. Not raw, I mean like as a bar. You can turn it back into a stew kind of thing. So I'm going to put some water in with this and kind of make it one big stew. There we are, good boy. In this pemmican was blackberries, nettle seed, venison, and I'm going to add into it the nettles, the sea beet, and I'm going to have the primroses and the pennywort fresh. Sea beet. That's a 100% wild meal. So I got my Nettily venison-y broth. That's pretty good. It's a stew. Sea beet leaves. Skylarks are still going. The temperature has dropped very fast. Oh, I just got a bit of blackberry. Super good. Oh my god, so good. This is just the first round. I got my steak after. This is where the chocolate bar and the tea come in very nicely. So it's just about getting too dark to shoot now. I'm gonna eat my steak, make a cup of bedtime tea, eat my bar of chocolate, and just sit with the fire for a while. I'm so glad I did this. I still feel I'm actually someone who's quite scared of the dark, and if I wasn't here with my dog, I'd be a lot more scared. I haven't done much camping by myself, and it's amazing how quickly like a nice springy sunny day where there's lots of people around and it feels very like full of energy can turn into like a solemn dark night to yourself, you know. It's in moments like this that I get reminded actually how close the wildness is and how little you need to step out of modernity to feel that quite intense wildness. But I feel so grateful to be here, so grateful that the weather is so easy. It's cold, but it's not windy, it's clear. I got food, loads of beautiful forage things from the land, that got water from the beautiful stream. I think it's a spring that runs through those rocks, which I'm going to filter and boil and make tea with. But I feel quite done with filming for today, so I'll see you guys in the morning. We need sticks again, Ernest. Find me some more little sticks. We need a fire. Find me some more little sticks like this. It's no time for games, Ernest. We've got fire to build. I absolutely love waking up in the morning and the first thing I do is make a fire. Even when I do it at home and I go and cook my breakfast on the fire in the garden and cook coffee on the fire in the garden, it just sets me up for a completely different type of day. Even if you feel like you can't get out to do something like this, but you have a little place that you could build a tiny fire in your garden just to cook up breakfast or make a hot drink, that's some good stuff right there. So you may have noticed that I just put the coffee straight in the pan and I don't have a filter. So this is a way to filter coffee if you don't have a filter. I learned this method a few years ago and it's actually amazing. So this is just coffee grounds boiled in water. So you get a bit of cold water in another bottle and you pour a bead of it around the outside of the pan, just around the edge. Drip around the edge a little bit. And then let that sit. And what that does is it brings all the coffee grounds down. The temperature difference for some reason, I don't know why, but just brings the grounds down and then you can just pour the clean ground-free coffee off the top. See that then at the bottom of the pan? All the grounds are still just chilling down there and there's none in my cup. I'm not going to walk the whole way back, I've decided. I'm going to walk back to the nearest place to be picked up. I've done what I needed to do, and then some. I'm feeling good. Grandfather Fire, thanks we are giving to you. For you open our hearts to be here and open for love. For you open our hearts to be here and open for love. Thank you, fire. Thank you for keeping me warm, for looking after me, for providing light. Thank you, Earth. Thank you for this beautiful flat patch to sleep on, so I could sleep, so I could let go. So grateful for you. Are you ready, Ernest? Should we go home? We are home. We never left. You can bring that stick if you'd like, as a souvenir. Come on then. Well, just standing here makes me realise how much the voices in my head have stopped screaming at me, or screaming at me less. I feel like I have a much quieter mind, much more in my skin, not out there, in the body. Am the body. Language is important. I am my body. I am my body. Come on, he's so his body, this dog. You'll just sow your body. Come on, body. Body sattva. Thank you, campsite. Until next time. The stone chats are popping this morning. There's a load of really interesting birds down there that I don't recognise. I think they're razorbills. I mean, actually no, they might be guillemots. They're guillemots, I think. I don't see many of them. But they're either razorbills or guillemots. They're like the kind of northern hemisphere version of a penguin. Yeah, that's exciting. I haven't seen razorbills or guillemots in a long, long time. I'm on a stretch of the coast path that you don't see many people on. So maybe they're just really kind of hiding from people at the moment. We did it. Done. The time is 9:15 and it was 11:30 yesterday when I decided to go, or decided to make the call to leave. And we left at 1, so that's like a little micro adventure that took just under 22 hours. And I'm feeling quite tired, but I'm feeling really good. That was really what I needed. Proud of myself as well for, committing to it, giving Ernest what he needed, and to really tire him out and meet his needs in a way that I can't every day, and finally fulfill the vision that I had of giving the flowers to the ocean in that place. And it's Monday morning. The week has begun again. I could turn the do not disturb back off, drop back into week mode, go and have some breakfast, crack on with the week. It's actually astonishing what just one night away doing something like that can do for me. In less than 24 hours, I've gone from being in this like hyper upregulated state, not being able to sit still, doing everything way too fast, and kind of actually getting nothing done, feeling anxious, voices in my head, not talking very well to myself. And then less than 24 hours later, I've gone to just feeling like down-regulated. Grateful, I think, is a big one. Like before I left yesterday, I made myself an omelette. I remember eating that omelette in such a rush. The first thing I did when I got back here today pretty much was make an omelette, made the same omelette. And the gratitude and the speed I ate that omelette was so different. I could just be there and eat the omelette. And that for me is really what going away for a night and mixing up the routine for the night does. Just to take away some of those comforts temporarily, and then now I'm in this place of feeling grateful for the life I live here and for the times I get to go and sleep on the land. I love both. What I really notice often if I've spent too much time in like this world, modern world, modern comforts, what this voice starts to say is like, I want to run away to the woods. I want to run away outside the modern world. I want to run into the wild kind of vibes,
like that film. And that's something that often stops me going, because I think it has to be this all or nothing thing, that I need to drop everything and completely run away and never return to modernity. But actually what I find is if I go and do that for a night or two, I'm actually quite happy to come back. And I need so little, I need so much less time doing that than I think I do, to reset my nervous system, to come back to center, to come back to self, so that I can move through the modern world at the pace I need to, from a place of integrity, from a place of alignment. So if anyone's out there thinking about doing what I just did last night, but they've never done that before, then I'd encourage you to look into it. I've actually made a free ebook called A Night on the Land, which is a guide to your first night sleeping outside. If that's something you've never done, it really briefly runs you through what gear you need, fire, what food to take, a little bit of foraging knowledge, just something that's super simple. You want to expand upon it in your own bioregion and tailor it to where you live. So it's not specific to where I live. It's quite broad, but I hope that can serve as a bit of a framework, a bit of a guide to either just camp, like at a campsite, or go somewhere a little bit wilder. I've met many people along the way who really, really want to go and do what I did last night, but they don't feel they have the skills. They don't feel that they have enough courage or whatever. But things like last night, really what humans do, that's really where humans thrive. We're from the earth, and to go and spend a night out by yourself, by the fire, and pray, eat the food from the land, move about, get in the sea, whatever it is in your local area. I know that might feel like the unknown, it might feel scary, but it is scary to a degree. But I'd encourage you to try it anyway. So yeah, that's the end of the video, guys. Hope you enjoy. Catch you in the next one.